Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well,
I'm Bagustha Utama, and today I'm going to explain what is stimuli and varying. So basically, stimuli and varying is a skill that a teacher must have to enhance, maybe to get the attention of the students during the class. Okay. So basically, there are a few points that I'm going to explain about how to stimulate teachers during any lesson. Okay, so the first one is teacher movement. So in this case, by incorporating movement into your management routine, just keep the eye on the student as well as get an objective observational on how the class works as a whole. So these walks facilitate observation and allow to observer to better understand things that currently stand in the areas of improvement. So basically, teacher or maybe teacher like that, okay, must do a movement that implies all the whole class. Basically, the example is like this. Okay, kids. So subject is the context, right? Okay. 2 days ago, what year? Okay. What year? 2022. Okay, thank you. So you remember. So last year is 2022. What year is that? You. 24. Okay, you are not wrong. We are almost there. Okay. I want you, the whole class, write the context of 2022 as a whole, okay? So basically, the movement you must have is like maybe a small movement just to explain what are you going to explain to the class. Just like that. Okay, so the next one is teacher gesture. So gesturing is a powerful tool in the classroom. It helps teachers to explain, assess, and help students recall information and solve problems more efficiently. For example, if a student asks something, or maybe you ask about 2022. Okay, so I want you to explain what you had the worst in this year. Okay, so if the student maybe got attracted, or maybe the student don't know how to react, you can do this. Are you sure you forgot that? Maybe your ex, the people next to you bully you, okay? Something got into your pants last year, okay? Just like that, okay? So maybe the gesture is like something to to get their attention more detailed. It's totally different from the teacher movement. Teacher movement is like your whole of the teacher movement itself. And the gesture is just a small gesture, or maybe a small reminder how to get the students get into the material itself. Okay, so let's move to changes in speech pattern. So what is a speech pattern? A speech that organizationally pattern to the way the information is arranged within speech. In other words, the pattern determines which main point is discussed first, second, third, and so on. So basically, if a teacher wants to give the material about the context in orderly, for example, first thing first, kid, what do you come in mind? Firstly, in January, what you face. So basically like that. Or maybe after the student explain. Okay, now the secondly, who is going to explain? So the teacher must explain first every single secondly until the final, the last one, in a different types of speech. Okay, I mean it's to prevent them, the student, to get bored in this class. Okay, so basically it's like that. Okay, next, focusing. So the focusing is the teachers who give students who struggle with attention. You must like breaks for active play, include formal brain breaks, bouncing on the exercise ball, or complete a quick exercise before engaging in challenging tasks. So for this one, if a student had a hard time to focus on the material, the teacher must add something to make the student want to pay attention to this one. For example, I see you are getting sleepier, so I give you question. What is 24x 24? Answer. Oh, you don't know? I don't know also. Okay, like that. Okay. So basically, you get their attention, so they can focus on the material you want to explain, not just like mathematical itself. It's all about any other lesson. Okay, next in changes in interaction style. This one, the type of classroom interaction are teacher-student interaction. So the student-teacher interaction and between student interaction. So if I'm the teacher and someone sits as a student, you must change the style of speech. For example, not just a plain talk. Okay. For example, hello Ontario, can you explain me what is the difference between you and your grandmother? Okay. So you must talk to the student. For example, for myself, talk to the student like your own friend. Or maybe if you want to get a little bit strict to your student, Ontario, listen here. What is the difference between you and your grandmother? Okay, just like that. Okay, so the next one is pausing. So in this pausing, the pause procedure, sometimes called as clarification pause, is a strategy that uses strategic pauses in a lecture to provide students with time to review their notes, discuss in pairs, and clarify, assimilate, and retain lecture material. So after you explain the whole material about recount text, the teacher must do this. Okay, kids, after I explain the whole this thing, I want you all. Hey, you already take note, okay? Congrats for the student who take notes, and after that, I want you all to make a summary about this class, okay? I'm gonna take the summary after the class in 20 minutes. Okay, do it now. Okay, so that is the example of pausing. It's not just about have them to do notes. You can do it with other things. For examples, make a discussion or make a small test just to get their attention to this material that you want to teach. Okay, so that's it. For today, I'm Aldhi, and let's end this video with a smile.